I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Oops, sorry, Calvin. Melinda Cook. Joy Sellers.
Here.
Kathy Aldensey.
Here.
Kevin McElwain. Patrick Sellers.
Here. We are all here. We have a quorum. The first order of business is the approval of minutes for the September 7th, 2021 meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Sellers and Aldensey.
Yes.
Thank you.
I dare you.
Take a look at the minutes if you haven't done so already.
I want to thank Kathy for taking the minutes for me. I appreciate her standing in my stead.
Thank you. I enjoy doing it.
In your speed?
In
Yeah.
your stead.
I've said that many other times, Michael, and you never said a word.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you can say things however you want. If the point is made, you correctly communicate.
Thank you for your support.
I appreciate that.
Are there any questions on the minutes? All righty, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is the approval of bills payable. I need a motion and a second, please.
So
Now no
moved.
one says anything.
Second. Well, I'm sick of you. I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, please.
All right, please take a look at the
Try.
claims and demands. Now, you guys will notice it's one page because we had a larger one we had 3 weeks in between our last meeting. And this is the first of the month for this one. So a lot of these are pretty much leftover bills from last month. So that's why we only have one page of claims and demands. Which I'm not complaining of. Are there any questions on claims and demands, trustees?
I guess, what does ticket setting up emails, is this some new stuff from Spigot or whatever? Or what does all that mean?
We set up the trustees' emails. They set the trustees' emails up, and we set up the clerk's laptop in her office to get all that ready for her, so she can have access to everything here inside the office. So they had to set up you guys' personal emails. You know, you have your each trustee has their own email. So they had to set that up for us because we just didn't do it on our own. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I'm just wondering, I didn't know they didn't set it up when they first moved everything, or no?
No, it took a while.
Oh, okay. That's all I was asking.
No.
Okay. All right, I ain't.
Matthew McConaughey.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right.
Let me see. I don't have any other questions. That's all I had.
Any other questions on claims and demands, trustees?
No.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Cook.
Yes.
Sellers.
Aye.
McElwain.
Aye.
Aldensey.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye. The motion carries. The next order of business is Resolution TR 2021-04, which is the name change. So I need a motion and a second. Our CFO got married, and she wants to have her name changed in order to have access to everything we need access to financially. So I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
We don't have the resolution.
We don't have the resolution yet.
Mike, she sent it to Mike.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's
You don't
okay.
have to ask, what's the name change? I didn't
It's
see
okay,
anything.
okay. Well, what
What
we'll,
I'm looking for is,
no worries. What we'll do is, that's
She,
okay.
she sent it to Mike, made some changes on it for him to look at.
Okay.
He's been so busy with
That's okay,
federal
that's
things.
okay, that's
He
okay, that's
probably
okay.
totally spaced it out.
So, that's okay, so
We'll
what?
just make it a motion
Yes.
to
Motion
postpone.
to postpone until the next meeting.
Okay, so we need to have that motion
Okay, I
then,
need a
right?
motion to I need a motion to postpone this until the next meeting, which is on the
October 4th, I mean,
which is on
18th.
the 18th. So I need a motion to postpone to the 18th.
So move to postpone to the 18th.
Second.
All
We
right.
let me and Kathy said.
Okay.
Do we need all approved, or do I need to do a roll call or voice vote?
Voice.
again?
Vote's fine.
Okay, a voice. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty.
Is
Motion
this
carries.
something that would need to be done by the next meeting?
Yeah, we need to get this.
She's
one.
got to change all the records and
Yes.
everything to
I
her
mean-
new name.
I mean, does it have to be done even before? the
Oh,
next meeting?
before the
Anything
next
needs to be paid or done?
Well, she got married 10 days ago, so
Mhm.
everything's worked okay for 10 days.
Okay, all right.
I had her, asked her to check with the bank to see what the requirements were.
She has to get a new driver's license first.
Oh,
Mhm,
okay.
so we.
Mhm.
Okay, all
Good
right.
time.
That's what
Okay,
she
well,
told me.
time,
She had
so-
to get that first and change her social security card,
And all that.
and then the bank will make the change.
So I think we have a little bit of time. So I think we should be good by the
All right.
if we get it done by the next meeting.
We will have it done.
All righty. All right. Next order of business is the supervisor's report. I really don't have much to report on. No more than we are taking a really close look at our cybersecurity for our website and all of our online things that we have. So we're going to be having a discussion more with the board about that in the not so distant future. And I don't know why I didn't do that, but okay. So that's all I have. So next order of business is the
And you're going to pass them out?
yes, I gotta pass this out too.
Okay.
And I keep forgetting that too. Do that. There you go. This is our disbursement.
Thank you.
Mike. This is our fourth disbursement, which I would have forgotten to pass out if Mike and Barb hadn't said anything. So thank you guys for doing that. Here you go.
You need one? Yeah, I need one.
There you go.
Okay, thank
And
you.
you'll need one right
I have a
there.
question.
Yes.
What was the last one then? I thought the last one was the 4.
I think that was number 3. She's,
Yeah, no, the
No,
last
not
thing
in the minutes.
the last thing I handed out was the expenditure of the
Expenditure?
budget report. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
this is the fourth one, right? The fourth disbursement right here.
The last one I have, it says number 3.
Yeah, that's number 3 on it.
Says number 3 on it.
On the
Okay.
last disbursement.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All righty. With that being said, that's all I have for the supervisors. You got anything else? I can. Next order of business, the assessor's report. Assessor. Which
I
way?
do not have a publication date yet from the county, so I'm still waiting to hear on that. But I'm still hopeful that assessment changes will be published by mid-October. Fingers crossed. I'd like to get that started, so I will let you know. as
I
soon
have a
as know.
question. With all these houses that are selling so fast, like within days, and way over price, how's that going to affect the,
Have a huge impact.
it's going to raise
But
taxes?
we have to value properties based on the last 3 years.
Okay.
So we're always playing catch up, either on the way, when the market's good and on the way up, or when the market's bad on the way down. So, we're not gonna just look at 2021 sales and say, okay, we're running 50, 60,000 under and raise everybody up by that. We have to look at, for 2021, we're looking at 2018, 2019, and 2020 sales. We'll start looking at 21 sales in 2022.
I have a question,
I was
Nathan.
just curious because houses are flying
Yeah.
and they're going so high. But
Um,
the interest rate's going to start coming up, and I think that'll slow things down.
We'll see.
People are starting to get refunds, like if you have a mortgage and you have your homeowner's insurance and your taxes in escrow, they're starting to get refunds because they were overcharged on taxes from last year, property taxes, from their financial institutions, which I thought was
Well, that could be that because the tax rate went down slightly.
Okay.
If the assessment went down and the tax rate went down, or if the assessment didn't go up as high as, to make up the same percentage difference as the tax rate changing, that could make your tax bill slightly less, and maybe
Okay.
that would cause that. But I mean, on an individual basis, unless you look at everything that's taken place,
Oh,
it could
yeah.
be that they weren't getting an exemption that they get now. So their taxable assessment went down. It could be because of a whole host.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to look at each one individually to determine why the
Yeah.
financial institution was.
I mean, I wasn't complaining.
I don't know. That's all I have.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Maida.
All righty, the next order of business is the trustees report. Trustees, anything to report?
I have one thing.
Yes.
Just to make township aware, it seems like the subject of the declining neighborhoods, specifically how landlord property dwellings is contributing greatly to that, is becoming higher on the radar for people in the community. I was involved in a focus group for Home Start last week, and everyone in that focus group brought that up as an issue. I've been involved in some other conversations with people, and that came up as an issue, especially when addressing the rise of violence in Freeport. So, since this is something that's on the radar, just a heads up that maybe there'll be some actions taken to get this to the city, to put pressure on the city to do something, actually enforce a lot of things that are in place, dealing with landlord properties, and actually put some pressure on the city to make some changes. So if these conversations do result in that, that could be an opportunity for township to maybe lend some backing to any of those efforts if they come up. So right now, it's just kind of waiting to see if these conversations do turn into real action. But if they do, it would be an opportunity for township maybe to, if when that time comes, to put their hands in the fight for that one, to help push that along if that comes up, to give some backing to those who are bringing it to the city. So just FYI, something that might be coming up in the future. We'll see.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
This focus group, one of the things that I'm hoping you're encouraging is to get a building inspector. I think that'll solve a lot of the landlord problems.
Well, the other one just quit.
Well, see, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's just,
I'm sorry.
I'm just asking a question.
That
you know?
actually was part of the conversation, is
Okay.
things like that. Yep.
I guess, could you explain again what you said what you want the support on? I guess I missed it.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard
if,
it, but what were they
if
talking
these
about?
conversations turn into action to push the city to either create new codes and standards for landlord property owners and or enforce what's already in place better.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The people pushing that, the more people behind that push, the better. So.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got it. I just didn't understand what they were pushing for.
Yeah, so again, nothing's on paper yet, just conversations, ideas, but it's floating out there. So maybe it's a chance that a push will be coming. So
How often do they meet?
Hmm?
How often do they meet?
Oh, this was just for the Home Start conversation, that organization is doing a strategic planning next month.
Okay.
So these were community focus groups to get input for the strategic planning.
Uh-huh.
And the other conversations were just people with other organizations I'm tied to, and people are kind of saying this is an issue we need to maybe start looking at. So it's not a committee form yet
Okay.
to look at these things. Just conversations in the community that might turn into that, but just sharing with everyone that is something that's kind of out there, and hopefully maybe something might get done. If so, maybe we could lend a hand if it gets to a point where it's something real being pushed. Just a very early heads up.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I got it.
Excellent. Excellent. Trustees, anything else?
I'm on it. No.
And next order of business is public comment. Any public comments?
Yes, I'm Steve Carroll, and I'm glad you brought this up, because this is something I've been looking at for a long time. And landlords essentially run the city council. There's incredible special interests, and that needs to be looked at. The mayor is a landlord. Okay. Also, another problem is community development. That has totally imploded at this point. The Kirsten Himes, the current director, who's been there since probably June of last year, she's leaving the end of this month. She is the fourth one in 4 years. The nuisance inspector quit last week.
Wow.
And was there since June. She is the fourth one in 4 years. The administrative assistant, who's the young man that sits at the desk for community development, he's leaving. So it has imploded. And they have a landlord registration in place, but it's been totally gutted. It's essentially voluntary, and the city doesn't push it. And they're not serious about it. And you talk to people in city government privately, and they will admit it's got to get fixed. Because landlords are quite literally killing us. They're killing our neighborhoods, and people are dying in them. Now, the city's former building inspector is someone that I know quite well, a fellow named John Menke. And John was on landlords like crazy, and he finally quit because he couldn't, he was beating his head against the wall. Good guy. But something he mentioned was, why not give these kids good, safe neighborhoods to grow up in? And that's something we need to look at. And I kind of hope Township leads the fight, because I like a good fight. So, anyway, I'm glad you brought it up. It's neat.
Any other public comments? Any other business come before the town? Don't do it, Joy. Then I will ask for an adjournment until 4:30 p.m. Monday, October 18th, 2021.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
No?
thinking the wrong week.
Okay, so
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm freaking you off, sorry.
All right, meeting adjourned.